Minutes. Let me also bring back our guest, Wing Commander S. Sudhakaran, former IAF and defense expert, is also joining us. Sushant Sareen, senior fellow with the Observer Research Foundation. Group Captain V. N. Jha, defense expert. Lieutenant General retired Hari Mohan Iyer, former Chief of Staff of the Northern Command. Commodore retired G. J. Singh, defense analyst, is also joining us. Let me start with Wing Commander Sudhakaran because he's just joined us this hour. Wing Commander, what do you make of what's been happening this evening over the last 4-5 hours? These drone swarms that have come in. Our guests were saying that this is now a new layer in the ladder of escalation. This is where you start because drones are cheap. You don't have to man them. The collateral damage is possibly minimal. But most importantly, if you're able to breach the air defenses, and I suppose this was a test of India's air defenses, if you're able to breach, then you can inflict damage as well as you can claim some degree of military superiority. In Pakistan's case, all the drone swarms that they sent from Jammu to Jaisalmer, all of it has been neutralized, has been negated. The air defense systems have worked perfectly, both indigenous as well as the S-400s. Are we now in a new form of warfare, something like what we've been seeing in Ukraine and to a lesser extent in Gaza?
I really can't call it a new form of warfare because this has pretty much been there as a practice even when I was there in service 5-7 years back. So this was pretty much the norm 10 years back. Just because we didn't, lay our hands into it, or just because we had not witnessed it firsthand, we can't call it new. Second thing, what I want to clear is what Pakistan has used is pretty normal, average legacy stuff. The kind of drones that, autonomous drone swarms that we can see, if you are going to take on the likes of the Israelis or the Americans or the Chinese for that matter, there is a beast, a different breed of drones already waiting to come. That's a very different level that we are talking about. What Pakistan has today done is a very traditional SEAD mission. So that is what starts a war, suppression of enemy air defense. So today they wanted to do it, they couldn't even test it. That's what it ended up. It ended up all over the place. The reason is because they didn't come with a plan. Pakistan is known to do this. They get their foot in the mouth. They enter into the game. They don't know how to exit. And that's been a problem with Pakistan all through. The reason why they do it is they're more obsessed. And when they get obsessed so much, they get into a point of irrationality that they stop thinking, that their plans go haywire. And that's why they've come across. Otherwise, I do believe that Pakistan is generally much more than what they've performed for the day. They've not been able to manage a decent hit to go back to their parliament and to say one line of truth. Their prime minister said, we've downed 5 Rafales and then God Allah had saved us, and then how Pakistan is so great, and then how the entire parliament thumped. They were thumping on a lie. They couldn't, substantiate that even on a television studio. The defense minister was all over the place trying to tell that I heard it from the social media. So that is the narrative that they are banking on.
Okay.
So, rip Pakistani intellect, banking on which they came to fight a war, and that too they banged against the wrong man, Modi. Because if it was somebody 10 years back, probably they would have got away with it. But not with this man and not in this mode.
Okay, Wing Commander, we'll leave the psyops and the disinformation. What we're trying to make sense of is military strategy. So let me go back to General Iyer. War game this out for us. All our guests have said that, look, this is the first step. We have added this first new step in the chain of escalation. What happens next? If, for example, and I agree with the Wing Commander's point, I think there's a degree of irrationality that's being sort of built into what the Pakistan Army and specifically I think the Pakistan Army Chief is trying to achieve. This is not rational behavior. This is completely irrational behavior. But try and make sense of this for our viewers as to what happens next if he's not able to see reason.
So Dhaka, before I go there, I'd like to go about 12 hours behind in time. There is a reason behind it. Please understand what we did in the daytime of yesterday. people were talking about, we fired drones. No, we didn't fire drones. We fired the Harops. The Harops are anti-AD systems. We destroyed his ADs the entire day. We knocked all his AD out, and that is why his entire Air Force became a kind of a little unuseful, if I was to use the word. He also realizes that tonight is the only night available with him because tomorrow the IMF loan things comes up. So this was a very, very easy off-ramp time for him. Had he been able to achieve the SEAD as the wing commander was bringing out with the help of those drones, had he got a little window, he would have launched 3 or 4 aircrafts, done something, gone back and then said, I have achieved it. The very fact that his aircrafts have crossed the IB today, and in that harakiri, he's possibly lost 2 or 3 aircrafts. Like you say, we are all waiting for confirmation. But assuming those points are right, that the DGISPR has claimed that 2 of these aircrafts have gone down. Throughout yesterday, when we were attacking his assets, he did not cross the IB.